lifeboat. I got a 5x5. Somebody just told me that I sound all right. Boy, do I feel bright. Oh, you know what it is? Hold on a second. How's that for professionalism? Huh? Is that a pro or what? So, I don't imagine it was going to be... Is that a pro or what? That. Don't imagine there's going to be too many of you live because of how early it is in the morning. But I wanted to go live because it's about 0 degrees out. It is really, really cold. Yeah, you get another early live show. The reason is, last night I went to bed really, really early. And I woke up at about 4. It's normally I'm up around 5. So normally I have this thing in the can. Last night I was really tired. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm going to get up early. And I'm going to hit the... I'm going to go for a walk as the sun comes up. I want to see the sun come up tomorrow morning. So I'm up really, really early. Trainee Human, good to see you. So the couple of announcements. The second watch has been officially selected. I'm not going to show it on the air. I'm going to take a photo of it and you will see it. But it was supposed to be a surprise for Mr. Wolf, so I'm not going to show it. But I do want to announce the first official giveaway of the lifeboat came from no money that will help anybody gets off of drugs or alcohol. That had nothing to do with any money that gets donated. This was a sponsorship deal that was done by... hey, Mr. Wolf, I was just talking about you. This sponsorship was done by A Better Time. None of this money came from any donated money. Donated money from those of you who buy memberships or donate money to the lifeboat, that goes to one thing and one thing only. It doesn't pay bills. It doesn't do anything. It goes to help people get sober. So the contest, the first one that we've had, is over, and we gave away $900 worth of watches in the first contest. We're going to do this often. One of the beautiful things about my business is that it is one of those things that is successful. I've been blessed beyond belief, so I'm able to do some pretty cool stuff with that. This is and if you guys can see on that, the cross on the front of it. This was a watch company called Trenton. Ooh, it shines, doesn't it? The other watch is a wristwatch, and then I will show a picture of it to you once it is in the mail. Once it is received by Mr. Wolf. The Mr. Wolf watch is an automatic wristwatch, and one that really a cool looking timepiece, but it happens to be a birthday year watch for Mr. Wolf, which is cool. It is an automatic. I didn't think I had one that for the birth year that didn't have a battery, and I'm not a fan of battery watches, but this one you put on, you wear, you never have to worry about it. So that contest is done, in the bag. We were going to be doing a lot of them. We're going to be giving away a lot of watches. I think there's symbolism in time for what we do. So, but this morning, I'll tell you something. I got, are you ready? Whew, no lie. I got 190 emails. I got no, I'm lying. I got 190 either text messages and emails combined. The emails, I think, were 110, 111 or something like that. But altogether, 190 people weighed in on the Stolen Valor thing. One of the great comments I got said, you can steal valor in your grandmother's basement wearing boxer shorts. Stolen valor is when you claim to have been someone that served. There is no other definition of it. It is stolen valor is someone who claims to have served. Obviously, I've never done that. I am the captain of the lifeboat. And as far as the salute goes, I did a ton of studying yesterday on the salute, on all of the different symbolism behind it. And I'll tell you something, to those people fighting the hardest fight, there was a great comment by M. Hunt that talked about beating benzos. And you want to talk about what that took. He said versus barking at people. I'll take nothing away from anybody who did military service in any way, shape, or form. However, I do know what it takes to quit a substance that is physically addicting. The process took me over 30 years. So, to those people getting ready to quit, those people who are quitting every single day, those people who don't quit quitting, this will never stop, ever. And to those who have a problem with it, that big red sign back there. There was another. Alcohol was nothing compared to quitting benzos. Yeah, benzos is really, really, and the crazy thing is, benzos is alcohol in a pill, really, in a lot of ways because of what it does in the brain, but the addicting properties of it and what it means to try to get off of that is really something unique, and it's really something difficult. But you know what? Whether it's cigarettes, whether it's overeating, whatever it is, to break a habit that is that, I had to relearn to walk. I'm not surprised by that, M. Hunt. I'm really not. And just on a quick side note, you do know that little pocket in your jeans was actually called a watch pocket. You're going to find that the pocket watch actually fits perfectly into that. In spite of the fact that I'm always wearing one of these, I also always have a pocket watch in that. There's something about a pocket watch that just, I don't know. I'm sure people think I'm an idiot because I carry I carry a pocket watch and I wear a wristwatch, but there's something about a pocket watch being in that little pocket that I think you're going to love it. So today I wanted to talk about honor. There's great expressions and there's no honor among thieves. The term honor comes up so often, and I think sadly we don't honor the people who serve. I have struggled for years to not hate the police, but that's not the police's fault. That's mine. And I know that people have strong opinions on that. But the more I sat in a prison cell and thought about it, the things that I did to myself, right? And God forbid somebody tried to come in here and get me or get my family or anything else. I would call 911 and I would expect the good guys to show up, right? So I have spent a lot of my life dishonoring people who deserved to be honored. And I did a deep dive. I really did. I started looking into the history of all kinds of things. Always thought for change to get stuck there. Always thought for change that gets stuck there. You know what? I think if you're talking about the joint, being stuck in prison was the best thing that ever happened to me in terms of change, truthfully, and I needed it. People, I was guilty of sin. I'm not one of those guys that went away for something that they didn't do. But so I did a deep dive into honor and into some of the things, some of the people that we honor. Sadly, some of the people who deserve it more than any others get trolled, get beat on, and my crew. There was some things said yesterday about the crew of the lifeboat that hurt me, plain and simple. And I'm a pretty forgiving guy. It's a very large part of my religious beliefs, and forgiveness is a beautiful thing. But I've talked about this many times on the lifeboat. If you do the etymology of the word forgiveness or forgive, it comes from the root to give away, right? So you give away the anger, you give away the hate, you give away. So I'm going to forgive the things that were said yesterday about my crew, not by giving this lowlife a pass, but by giving him away to the land of abyss. I'm never going to think about him again. I'm never going to talk about him again. And my crew of this boat is more deserving of honor and respect than very few people or institutions or anything else that I have ever met in my life. Let's see here. Let me blow that up. Not Your Grandpa says, very true. Our men and women in uniform, both domestically and military, deserve our respect and our honor. Not Your Grandpa, oddly enough, is the great comment that I was just talking about, where he said, you can steal, good morning, Buddha, that you can steal Valor in mom's basement wearing boxer shorts. It's a great comment. Really, really well thought out comment. I hit the like button from 2 accounts. Hermit Hill, I love it. Good for you. I'll take it. I'm going to spend a lot more time honoring the people of our military. I'm going to make comments about it, and I'm even going to honor the men in blue, right, and first responders and people like that, because I have a platform. It's not a big platform, but it's a platform, and there are people who listen to me, and I think that we don't do enough to honor people. And sadly, there's a wave going across our country that basically turns some of the best people in our country into villains. And you know what? I don't even have a problem with saying things that are controversial from time to time. We had riots last year over some people that put their knee on a man's neck and killed him, and that was tragic. Sadly, it was a big black eye for all police officers across the country. Here's what I'll tell you about that incident, and it'll be controversial, and I don't give two rats you-know-whats. That man would have died on the way to the jail. The amount of fent he had in his system, they shouldn't have ever had their knee on his neck for the length of time that they did, and that was tragic. But that man had enough fent in his system to kill me. And I am a junkie. I am a stone cold junkie. 2 milligrams of fent will kill you. The amount he had in his system was staggering. And he was in there passing a fake $20 bill, and we have big streets named after him. We have huge statues of him. It's odd how we choose to honor people. And honor is something that I spent a lot of time thinking about in the last 24 hours. I'm here today to honor the crew of the lifeboat. To come here and say, I'm a drug addict, I'm an alcoholic, I need help, I want to help others. Whatever it is you're doing here on the boat. The knee was unexcusable, but the guy passed from a drug-induced heart attack. There's no question, M. Hunt. There is no question. There is no question. And I actually spent a decent amount of time watching all of that. And I didn't watch it while it was happening live. I was incarcerated. But when I got out and studied it, when he started saying, I can't breathe, he was sitting in the back of a police car. He couldn't breathe because of the amount of fent he had in his system, which is tragic. I mean, truthfully tragic. But I don't know that we should be building and erecting statues to him. And that's all I got to say about that. But the crew of the lifeboat, honor is something that you earn. It doesn't come from a hat. It doesn't come from a uniform. And it doesn't come from any of that. You earn it. There are people in the military that are deserving of far more honor than other people in the military. And there are people in the military that probably don't deserve a lot of honor anymore, because of things that they do and whatever. But the crew of the lifeboat has earned a level of respect that I can't explain. Unless you're a drug addict, unless you've been down the road that we've all been down, you don't know. You have no clue what it means to say, you know what, I'm going to take responsibility and I'm going to tell people that I did this, right? Tommy Bird, this crew honors itself. Amen. But I want to make sure that, I don't lose sight of it. I want to make sure that I don't let the world lose sight of it. We're throwaways. This is why 350 of us a day can die and nobody gives a crap. We're considered throwaways because of a disease that we have. And for those who have a struggle with the concept that this is a disease, it's a medical fact. It's no longer debatable. It's every single human being on the planet that has ever studied this has now, verified this. It is absolutely, we're remanufactured. We're absolutely. Hunter, I think. Absolutely, I can agree with that. Honor is earned, not given, regardless of what we wear. Well done, Not Your Grandpa. Well done. Great. I have to look, Emma Hunt. There's symbolism in this. The pocket watch that is being sent to you. If you could see what this looked like, It was so brown and dirty and dented. Just the removal of dents probably took me 3 days. The restoration I did on this watch is one of the ones that I'm probably most proud of ever. And that's us. That's us. I was tarnished and dented, and I assure you people that there was never anybody on planet Earth that deserved less honor than me. I couldn't even be a good citizen, much less a good American or a good human being. I couldn't even. I mean, everything I did was to break the law, and everything I did was based on just me getting ripples, Captain Ripples. My daughter will look at this watch 40 years from now. Amen. It really, amen. I love that. But I had reached a level of low that, I don't know. I do a really, really mean restoration on a watch. It's one of the things that I probably do best on this planet. I can restore a watch. I really can. I can make it look like it's, 4 days old instead of 120 years old. But the first great restoration that I ever did was on me, because I was just not a good human being. And you know something? I've never worn a uniform. I've manufactured a bunch of uniforms for our army while in prison, but I never wore a uniform that of our country, and I never did anything that way deserving of honor. But I live my life every single day based on the concept of honor. And once I did the first restoration ever with a lot of help from a guy named Q, I realized that restorations on human beings were possible. So to Q, who has never worn a uniform, and probably is not considered by too many people on this planet worthy of honor, that man is deserving of more honor than anyone I've ever met. He lives his life in such a way to make the planet a better place, and he has no reason to. He has every reason in the world to be the most bitter piece of crap that ever lived. Literally, what he did before he was 18. He is serving the rest of his life incarcerated for something he did before he was a man. What he did as a boy. And the attitude that this man takes into life, there wouldn't be a lifeboat without him. There wouldn't be a me without him. And I know his mom watches all of these things. So to the flaming, I got to rephrase that because I don't want to take anything away from Jackson. To the insipid jackwagon that said that this right here is disrespect. This is a sign of respect, whether you're in the military or whether you're in anything. When I see veterans and I say thank you for your service, I never had one of them say to me, "Don't put your hand up there, son." No, just one asshole, pardon me, has ever said that. And he's banished to the land of Nod, east of Eden. He's gone. I will salute on every single one of my shows. I often forgot to salute. I did it on videos and I didn't do it on live feeds. I will never miss another one. Ever. The hat I took off not because of a troll. I took off a hat because it was something I felt I ought to do. There it is. And the hat's going to be given to somebody on the crew. But I'm never, ever going to miss a salute ever again. Because to those about to quit, and to those who are quitting and fighting and never quitting, I salute you. I will continue to do so. There was a comment last night about, on the short video that we tried to get on Swiss Vape, and someone said, maybe you should have tried this before you went live. And I understand what they were saying. Let me explain why that didn't happen. We're in a beta program for the big red button. I would very much like to keep the big red button happy. Of the 56 million people that actually put up content every day, or 60 million people that actually put up content every day, less than about 0.5% got put into the beta test. We did because we're always live, right? We don't film a lot of videos. We are a live channel. You can't set it up. I can't go and get Swiss Vape and go live and then turn it on. And that's a flaw on the big red button, and it's something that they will see because of how this works. But the only way to do it is to go live, right? Like right now, if I would use the beta feature, and I'm not, but I could go, okay, there's Blue Dazzlebug, and I could hit blue, and instantly blue would be on the screen. Now that's a very cool concept. It really is. And it's why they're doing a beta test on it. And it's why I'm willing to try to beta test. That couldn't happen. I can't set it up ahead of time. I'm just going to set up tonight's ahead of time. I'm not going to use the beta feature, but I am going to continue to try to use the beta feature because Streamlabs is good stuff, right? And there's a bunch of other ones that are, that are great streaming services. They're also a huge pain in the ass. If you were able to just stream and bring people on and off at will and do it from the app, right? Like I can do it on my phone, and there's not too many people in America that can, because we're in the beta test for the big red button. So we're going to try to perfect that, because as opposed to doing a call-in show, right? Imagine if somebody says, boy, you know what, I'm really hurting, and I go, you cool with me putting you on screen? Like, holy hell, that is an absolute dream for the lifeboat. That's the coolest thing ever. So we're going to try to continue to test that while the beta test is still in operation, because what that would do for the lifeboat would just be amazing, right? It would just be absolutely amazing. So we're going to continue to do that. Trainee human, you have my utmost respect. I'm going to make another announcement. Yesterday, I announced that my brother Johnny may end up doing another plutonium challenge. He and I talked about this together at length, and I shouldn't have done that. It was not cool of me to do, because it kind of put him on the spot. Oh, I don't care about that part, because I like to push Johnny, and Johnny is never more entertaining than when he's being pushed. But we are at 3,600 and some odd subscribers on the lifeboat. When we were at 600 subscribers on the lifeboat, I said, if I could get to 1,000, I would eat Sistroming. If you guys know what that is, it's just the worst tasting crap in the entire world. So I'm here to tell you that if we hit 4,000 before summer gets here, I'm going to do another Sistroming video. And I'm going to drag my brother Johnny into it. Don't tell him if you see him. But I'm going to get Johnny to do another one with me. I appreciate you and the crew. I do for myself daily. Thank you, and thank you again. Tommy Bird, I love you, man. I really do. Oh, my brother's here. Don't threaten me with a good time. If I can get to 4,000 before, say, June, I'm going to do a jar of Vegemite too. So let's at least get summer done. I'd rather do Sistroming than Vegemite. Johnny, make him eat a killer yellow. You know what? The pepper thing, I got to get my tolerance back. I haven't done peppers in a really long time. Funniest video of Tommy trying Sistroming. Still watch and laugh. Thank you, Kent. The Sistroming was just absolutely vicious. I am going to do another can. If we hit $4,000 before summer, I promise you I'm going to do another can of Sistroming. And you know what? We're going to do it someplace else. I'm not going to go back to the same spot. A jar would stop your heart. Just review it. I wouldn't do a jar, bro. Like, first of all, it tastes like, well, we know I don't. How about shat? Can I say that? I can say that, can't I? It's just, yeah, I hate that. I've tried it. It's not, I don't pick on Vegemite without having, I can't watch you all eat that. Well, you don't really watch me eat it. You watch me vomit it. I think I chewed, I don't remember how many tries. 4? Right? It was 3 or 4, right? Johnny probably remembers. I honestly don't even watch that video very often. You know, people, the Sistroming video of all of the ones that I've done, it's the only one that if someone ever says while I'm there, oh, let's watch that. Like, there are people who want, I guess, for me to suffer through a Sistroming video and to like watch me relive it or whatever. And oddly enough, it's Mama Scoville's favorite video, which scat, bear dung. There you go. It tastes like scat. That's what it tastes like. It's there's definitely some scat qualities to it. But you heard the challenge, so if you want to see me, even the ducks hated it. Charlie Mullins is right. Even the ducks wouldn't go near that stuff. I haven't been out to the pond in a while. I do walk. I'm going to walk it this morning. I walked by it, but I never get over to that side of the pond where we filmed. But I'd be willing to bet the grass will never grow there again. Like, it was really, really terrible stuff. But yeah, I wanted to come on this morning. I'm not going to wear the hat, the polo hat every day either. I'm not going to wear a hat every day. It was just so damn cold this morning. It really is cold. Trainee Human says, watched it yesterday. Hilarious. Well, I appreciate the views. It really is. Me either, M. Hunt. Just the thought makes me gag. The sort of the dry heave, that if I watch it, I still kind of get it back. I learned how to identify scat in college. Wildlife biology. For real? You took a course in how to identify poop? That's a tough course, man. For real? Were you the only one in it? How many people signed up for the Can you help me identify poop course? Because that really sounds tough. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why that tickled me, but holy hell, that's funny. Crappy class to be in. I need to wash dishes. I'll still be listening. Hermit Hill, you also are going to send me a text this afternoon, right? Yeah, that really cracked me up. I don't know why that cracked me up. So today is going to be a busy day, peeps. Before I go, I'm going to tell you just how much I'm jamming into today, so that just to give you some kind of an idea. I got to go down to Carson City, Nevada, to drop off a watch that I did a restoration on, about a 60-year-old wristwatch. Heading to work. Be safe, Charlie. And Charlie, I'm sending you a text too, because I'll just send it to you in a text. Yeah, Charlie, please be careful at work, huh? Because the man drives. So I'm starting in on the. I think I might grow the goatee out a little bit. Off to work myself. Whatever. He's not going to work. You're not fooling anybody, Johnny Scoville. That Johnny Scoville knows his stuff. Oh man, I'm punchy already and it's so early in the morning. I'm sending you a text. I'll tell you why in another text. Much love, Cap. Well, I wasn't going to put it on blast. I wasn't going to put it. I am punchy, man. I didn't, I slept too long. Sometimes I only get about 4 or 5 hours a day. It's going to be a long day for me at work. Lots of block needed to be laid. I don't lay them, my dad does, but I labor. Ooh, Mr. Wolf. I don't even like the word labor. Look at you all. You're all getting ready to work. Well, then I guess I better go do something. I'm going to go restore a watch, people, and then I'm going to drive down to Carson City. I'm going to deliver it. I'm going to hopefully melt down a little gold. And then I'm going to be back here doing what I do. So, to those of you on the lifeboat, I am Captain Tommy Scoville. I salute you for all you do. I will be going live this evening, and I love being punchy. I poke at the captain off, and he does. I am going to, we're going to be doing the interview video to everybody on the lifeboat, regardless of what your gender. Happy Valentine's Day from the captain of the lifeboat and from the diva of the lifeboat. This is a cat in a basket. Good night, everybody. We love you. Good morning, everybody. We love you. We'll see you on deck.